I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Donald Trump just will not stop. Just released is what Watergate reporter Carl Bernstein is calling the ultimate smoking gun. Donald Trump caught on tape on Saturday, January 2nd, asking Georgia election officials to find the votes he needs to win in the state. Now, I'm going to get to later the potential legal consequences of this. And I'm also going to get to Carl Bernstein's comments when he was on CNN discussing this. First, let me play for you. So this was an hour-long conversation. The Washington Post cut it down to 4 minutes. I cut it down further, just to the most important pieces. But listen to this, and I think it kind of speaks for itself.
We have won this election in Georgia based on all of this. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, Brad. You know, I mean, having a correct, the people of Georgia are angry. And these numbers are going to be repeated on Monday night, along with others that we're going to have by that time, which are much more substantial even. And the people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, you know, that you've recalculated. Now, do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is. And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their machinery. Do you know anything about that? Because that's illegal.
This is Ryan, Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having.
Well, but have they moved? Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
No.
You sure, Ryan?
I'm sure.
You should want to have an accurate election. And you're a Republican.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have. Not even close. You're off by hundreds of thousands of votes. So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state. So tell me, Brad, what are we going to do? We won the election, and it's not fair to take it away from us like this. And it's going to be very costly in many ways. And I think you have to say that you're going to re-examine it, and you can re-examine it, but re-examine it with people that want to find answers, not people that don't want to find answers. Well, under law, you're not allowed to give faulty election results, okay? You're not allowed to do that, and that's what you've done. This is a faulty election result. And honestly, this should go very fast. You should meet tomorrow, because you have a big election coming up, and because of what you've done to the president, you know, the people of Georgia know that this was a scam. And because of what you've done to the president, a lot of people aren't going out to vote. And a lot of Republicans are going to vote negative because they hate what you did to the president. Okay? They hate it. And they're going to vote. And if you would be respected, if this thing could be straightened out before the election. You have a big election coming up on Tuesday.
Now, when I first heard the news, I wasn't even surprised, as I don't think anybody watching this is surprised. He's likely had 100 conversations just like this that weren't taped. This is just one that happened to be taped and shared. And here he is on the call using his power as the president to pressure Georgia election officials to steal the election for him. Now, whether or not he actually believes his own BS, it doesn't matter. He's using his power as the president to issue vague legal threats and pressure them to win Georgia for him. I mean, he says some crazy things here. Did they move parts? Did Dominion move parts of the machines, replace them with other parts? Like, he is completely out in some other land. It's possible he actually believes that he won the state. That he's so far down the right-wing hole, the conspiracy hole, that he has convinced himself that he's actually won. because he is unwilling to accept defeat. This man is deeply broken. There is clearly something wrong with him. That isn't to excuse him, just to say this is not a sane person. If it wasn't already obvious before this. But, I mean, this is completely crazy. Now, before I get to Carl Bernstein's comments, I want to share here the potential for some legal consequences because of this. So The Guardian writes here, in an email to The Guardian, University of Richmond law professor Carl Tobias said Trump might be, quote, in legal jeopardy after Biden is inaugurated. For example, if the Justice Department or U.S. attorneys believe that Trump violated federal law, or if local prosecutors in states such as Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin, where Trump may have engaged in similar behavior with state or local election officials, believe that Trump violated state election laws, the federal or state prosecutors could file suit against Trump. Now, one thing's for sure. Joe Biden ain't doing shit. He's already said he's not going to go after Donald Trump. He's going to move on from this era. Much like Obama did with George Bush. Yet somehow they expect a different outcome in the future. That Republicans will, they'll learn from this era, and now they're going to work with Joe Biden, and now they will, obey the laws, they will obey the norms, and work together to accomplish great things for the American people. Are you stupid? You have to hold these people accountable. What is the lesson here? If nobody is held accountable, they're just going to keep doing this again and again and again and again. They're going to keep pushing the bar. They're going to keep pushing the limit to what is acceptable, to the point that at some time in the future, they're actually going to steal an election, because you never held people like Trump accountable when this happened. Now, the one saving grace here, maybe states like Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin will actually move forward with something. But don't expect Joe Biden's administration to do anything at all. They won't. Now, let me get to Carl Bernstein's comments here when he was on CNN.
This is something far worse than occurred in Watergate. We have both a criminal president of the United States in Donald Trump and a subversive president of the United States at the same time in this one person, subverting the very basis of our democracy and willing to act criminally in that subversion. But more important, what we hear on this tape, this is the ultimate smoking gun tape. It is the tape with the evidence of what this president is willing to do to undermine the electoral system and illegally, improperly, and immorally try to instigate a coup in which he remains the president of the United States. And in any other presidency, this tape would be evidence enough to result in the impeachment of the president of the United States, his conviction in the Senate of the United States, and really an immediate call by the members of Congress, including of his own party, that he resign immediately. That's really what we ought to be hearing from Republicans at this moment. Mr. President, resign. Leave the White House. This is unconscionable. It is wrong, and we of your party will not permit it. Now, we're not going to hear that. We might from a few Republicans, but that's what's really called for here. And the one thing we should recall from Watergate is that the heroes of Watergate were Republicans who would not tolerate Richard Nixon's conduct.
Of course, impeachment, another impeachment, and a conviction would be the bare minimum. So, of course, it's not going to happen. People with power, and especially people with power and money, are almost never held accountable. And to already have Joe Biden come out earlier preemptively and say, we're going to move on from Donald Trump. We're not going to go after him. I mean, it shows you just, it's a big club. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.